Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good day, wherever you are. Greetings. Happy Tuesday. This is the day that the Lord has made, and we shall rejoice and be glad in it. Yesterday, we had part one of Mr. Abed's story, and because of internet and his internet was bad, but today we made sure he is in a good place, had great network, and he's going to share his story in full. So please share. Go on and share it with your family, with your loved one, with your enemies, with your beloved ones, because this story is a story of pure forgiveness, the power of forgiveness. For those who don't know me, my name is Aline Mutoni. I am a published author and a life coach and a geologist, and I have many things, and a preacher and a whatever that you can put on. But above all things, I am a child of God, and I am also a genocide survivor of the genocide against Tutsis of 1994. I I my I watched my dad being cut to pieces with machetes at the age of 5 years old, and I later found out when I was 11, not 11, 10, that my father was killed by the relative, extended relative on the side of my mother, because my mother was Hutu, her dad was Hutu, but her mom was Tutsi. So in our country, we take the tribe of our father, but my father was Tutsi. And during the genocide against the Tutsis of 1994, I lost 98% of my family on my father's side. And out of the 98% of the people that were killed in the genocide against the Tutsis, only one body in my family was found, and it's my grandfather's, my dad's dad, body that was found, that we got to actually bury in a decent way. So many people are wondering, Aline, why are you passionate? Why are you bringing all these people to share their story? Why are you talking about the genocide, and it's not April, or it's not the 100 days of the commemoration of the genocide against the Tutsis of 1994? Let me tell you this. I lost my dad when I was 5 years old. I lost my mother when I was 13 months. And I later found out that my mother was actually murdered. She did not die a natural death. She was murdered because she was at the wrong place at the wrong time. She was not the target, but she was in a car crash that was not a car crash. It was a premeditated murder that was to actually kill a Catholic priest that the Habyarimana government wanted to kill. My mother asked this priest for a lift, and then this man and my mother and three other people were killed in a car crash outside of Butare. You can look at those research. I've been there. I cried and I mourned my mother. And for those who know my family, you will know the whole story, that I am not lying. I grew up without a father. I grew up without a mother, because of the fact that I was from two different backgrounds. I was raised by my family on my mother's side. I survived the genocide at the age of 5, and on November 3rd, 1994, I was sent to Burkina Faso, the country where I lived there, and I got naturalized as a Burkinabe. So I have multiple nationality, but one of my main, and the one that I'm proud to share and proud to be, is that I am Rwandan. It's because I was born Rwandan. I left Rwanda not because I wanted to, but because I was running for my life. I was running because I was hunted, because of one reason, and one reason alone. I was Tutsi. The blood in my vein was the blood of a Tutsi girl. I did not know that I was Tutsi. My father did not raise me as a Tutsi. My mother did not, I don't even have any memory of my mother, but I have clear memories of my father. My father never told me that I was Tutsi. He never mentioned anything about Tutsi. Yet he was the chairman of the political party that was representing the Tutsi people in Butare. So My father never told me about tribes. He never told me that the Hutus were bad, or that the Tutsi were bad, or that we were bad, or that we were snakes. The first time I knew I was different, I was called a cockroach when I was under the bed fighting for my life and hearing my dad screaming his last scream. You can imagine the passion that I have when you watch your father, your hero, the man you look up to at the age of 5. Your father is everything that you have. I remember everything about him. I remember the smile. I remember the song that he used to sing to me before I went to sleep. I remember that he's the one who taught me how to ride a bike. I remember all the great things that he did to me, and he instilled in me until I was 5. So, well, many of you might wonder, Aline, why? You are in America, you have an amazing job, you have everything that you want. Why are you talking about these things? Are you political? Are you seeking for politics? My answer to you all, it's not political. It's personal. I lost my dad, who stayed in his country that he loved to the end. He had an opportunity to run for his life and for mine. But he refused to run away and leave his people die. So my answer to anybody is because I carry a legacy that I would never ever disappoint. I am not in this for politics. I am in this to share the light. I am a child of God, and the Bible says you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. I am not here to share nothing but the truth. I am not here on my own. I am here with countless of people that lost their loved one. Countless of people that have stories that are unimaginable, that are not famous, they're not on TV, they did not write a best-selling book, they did not write any books that are known, they still live in their country, they still serve in the country, they are living, most of them are even living next to the killers, the people that killed and took away the lives of their loved one. Yes, it's very personal. And I vow that I will give my all to share the light so that people who are trying to believe, even with an ounce, that there was no genocide, can hear the true stories of the people that lived it. I did not even know that I was Tutsi, but I was running for my life because I was a cockroach. I was not called a Tutsi. I was called a cockroach. Mr. Albert, who is going to share his story, he was 7 years old. He was running away for his life because he was called a snake by his mother and his aunts and uncles. Not extended family, direct families. And please, I want you to listen to us. We are not here for you to feel bad about our life because God healed us. God completely healed us. He gave us the place to know that if we survived for a purpose. We survived so that the lives of the people that died, the life of the people that were taken so unjustly will be remembered. Today, I am alive for my dad. I'm alive for my mother. I'm alive for my dad, Kurawiji, Dr. Kurawiji Jean-Baptiste. My mother, Uwineza Claudine. My grandmother, Mukaru Higira Madeleine. My grandfather, Karoli. My uncles and aunties that I cannot even name them all, who were all killed, slain in the genocide against Tutsis of 1994. The 98% of the people that are on my families, I am standing today in this place. And as a person living in America, I know very well my rights of the right to speak. But as a child of God, I know the right to share the truth as it is. So my beloveds, you are about to hear a testimony that I believe is not going to just help you to understand the history of our country, but you are also going to learn the power of forgiveness. So without further ado, now that you know the passion, why I'm passionate about encouraging people to share their story, it's because I myself, I lived with the person who killed my father for 3 years. Albert lived with his mother after his mother took him to be killed the eight of his siblings, all his siblings. They were 11. They were a family of 11. After the genocide, they became a family of 2, him and his mother. After the genocide, he lived with his mother from 1994 to 2000 when she went to prison. So he's going to share all this. So I invite you all, listen, take notes, and I pray that you can also forgive the unforgivable so that you can be able to experience true freedom. Because we are not talking out of anger, we are standing in our truth, stronger, wiser, loving our country. I am a proud Rwandan, and I'm not here as a Tutsi, but as a Rwandan. Because there's nothing more stronger than when we learn to put aside our differences and bring ourselves together in truth and in love so that we can make tomorrow better. So without further ado, I'm going to bring the guest. Good morning, Mr. Armistas and Mr. Albert. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you very much.
Monsieur Armistas, pouvez-vous vous présenter avant que Monsieur Albert se présente?
Yes. My name is Hormisdas Ndaishimie. I am author of 2 books. The first is Heritage from Father. The second is Sortir indemne de l'enfer génocide, parce que is in French. I live in Rwanda, Abu Tare, with my wife and the 2 children. I am genocide survivor. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I don't know what happened to Albert, but in Jesus' name, this connection is coming. Okay, so, Monsieur Armistas, avant de le recevoir, on a passé quelques moments avant d'aller live. Oh, there he is. I don't want him to miss it. Okay, and now, Monsieur Albert, I can't add you. Can you please connect yourself for the audio and the video so I can add you? I can't add you. I see you in the studio, but I can't add you. So anyway, Monsieur Albert, we were talking to Albert. We were having this conversation, and we were telling him how he needs to write the second book because he was sharing to us. Oh, there he is. Let me. Monsieur Albert.
Is it mute?
Can you hear us? Albert, Muri on mute.
Okay, arumva.
Hello.
Hello. Do you want to put your camera on because it's not on?
Hello.
Yes. Can you put your camera on? It was working. Mr. Omestas, he was working for a whole hour. His connection was good. What's going?
Hello.
Hello. Monsieur Albert, muratwumva?
Yeah.
Uratwumva Albert?
Do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. My question is, do you want to put your camera? Oh, he's gone. Anyway, God is gonna make a way. We
Is
were talking for an hour. For a whole hour, and his connection was good. I could see his face. We were talking, and now the
oh
connection decided to go off. The devil is a bastard. Okay, Monsieur or Miss Das, video to add. Oh, there he is. Okay, let me add him. Hello.
oh la la. What happened? What happened?
I wonder.
Oh la la.
There we go. Hey, glory to Jesus. Okay, Monsieur or Miss Monsieur Albert.
Arbe.
Can
Hello?
you hear us?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Uratwumva?
Can you? Turakumva.
Please, sometime I listen to you and then I lost you.
But
I don't know why.
the whole hour was good. We had an amazing connection. What happened? Did you move? Did you
Hello?
change your position? Did you change
Hello.
the place where you were?
Oui.
Aho waruri mbere yuko tujya live wahavuye se kubera twari dufite wari ufite connection nziza mbere. What happened?
Hello?
Oh la la. Oh la 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 la.
Hello? Albert, connection.
Oh.
I mean, this is so unbelievable. Twavuze isaha yose. Noneho tugiye kujya live and then his connection is not working. This is so unbelievable. Anyway, by fire, by force, you guys are gonna hear his testimony. So, so Toto, twarimo
Oui.
kuvuga during the hour we were talking to Mr. Albert and we were telling, oh, there he is again. Jesus. Lord, we pray that now it works. Albert, okay, you don't have to put your camera on. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Don't put your camera on. Leave it like this. Because
Okay,
maybe
perfect.
when you put your camera, it just mess it up. Okay, so
Okay.
Albert,
Yes,
just
please.
now the floor is yours. I know we talked for a whole hour. Like, I want you to go back. I want you to share your story. Like, I know yesterday you shared, but there was a bad connection. Please, the floor is yours. Isanzure, ivuga mu cyongereza, uyivuge wose. Ntabwo ngiye kugukata. I'm going to put you on the whole screen, and I want you to talk. I want you to just pour your heart. Sometimes I might intervene and add some comments or Monsieur or Miss Das, but please, isanzure, tangu ubuhamya bwawe bwose. This is not my platform. This is our platform to share our truth. This is a place for us to be able to talk as it is. So, umwanya nuwawe.
Okay. Thank you, Aline, and thank you, our uncle, Omesdas. I'm very happy to be with you. Even I'm very happy to be with those who are listening to us. Even I'm very happy to be on this platform. So first of all, I would like to apologize for yesterday because of network. You know, yeah, the network is not really good. My network is poor, but it's okay. Maybe I can try my best just to share my story with the people are listening to us. So, as I said, as I presented myself, I'm called Albert Nsengimana. I'm genocide survive. So I'm now living in Rwanda. So let me just start where we have stopped yesterday. So we were.
No, Albert. Please
Yes.
go back to the beginning because your connection was not the best. So I want people
Okay.
to have your full. I want people to have your full. Like, start from the beginning on how you how can I say that? How you like the day of April 8th, 1994. Take us back to April 8th, 1994, so that people have a full screen. Even if those who could not watch part one, they can have the full screen since we have the network. So go back to the beginning and take us through the whole story so that everybody knows what it is.
Okay, thank you. Uh, Sometime, to talk about genocide in Rwanda, it is not easy. It is somehow difficult, even when we are talking about genocide in Rwanda. So it it takes us like where we have been in 1994 when the genocide against Tutsi happened. Sometime when I'm talking about the genocide in Rwanda, I cried. So, as human being, we to control the emotional is somehow difficult to me, but it's okay. I'm ready to talk with you. Even I'm happy to talk. I'm happy to tell the world what happened in Rwanda. So you told me the where you can start. So let me start by uh, presenting myself. As I said, my name is Albert Nsengimana. I'm a genocide survivor. I was born in Rwanda, in the Eastern Province. My parents uh, had different ethnic. My father was a Tutsi. My mom was a Hutu. So it means all family of my mother were Hutu, and then my family of father were Tutsis. So, but I didn't know at the beginning. I just know, the kid. We only just praying with the others about ethnicity, about the war, about the politics. We had no any idea. Yeah. So, but sometime we just heard with the people talking about the politics or whatever ethnicity. Just sometime we hear in our eyes, but for me, like, let me take an example. To me, I did not take time to just to heard about the ethnicity. So I saw that during genocide against Tutsi in 1994. Yes, I said, as I wrote in my book, um, so the killing Tutsis, it means it was the plan of 1994. It was like a final plan because it has been planned before, many years ago, before 1994. So, but me, I cannot go in a deep, but let me start uh, in 1994 when the genocide against Tutsi happened. So those a story about the past of 1994 I didn't know, but if you allow me, I can start by the what I have saw in 1994, and
do do as it is, like as you wish, like just flow how you feel, okay? Like I give you the super green lights. Go as you feel
okay,
led. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Arin. Uh,
Um,
yes. So I wanna start by the 7 April when the people said the President plane has shot. So we were in a village where I was born in Eastern Province. So my father was just the people in a village. Even my father did not involve in politics because we were in a village just cultivating and uh, grow up in a small village. The people they did not talk about politics, and people just taking care of their cows and their goat. So we were just normal people in a village. But my father had some relatives in Kigali, even in Uganda. I did not talk about. So, but we were just normal people in a village. So as I said, I was born in 1987. My whole family, we were 11 family, 9 kids, and the father and the mother, we were all 11. So all they died except me. I'm only left among of the 9 children and father and my mother. But my mother died after genocide, after releasing in a prison. So as usual, we just live a happy family, sharing everything. So I was 7 kids in my family. I had my 2 young brothers. Uh, Always, if I wanted to talk about my story, so my 2 young brother should be included because I'm the one who tried to save them, but they did not survive. They died because of my mother. So always, I said that because always when I talk about my 2 young brothers, I always cried because I tried my best to save them while my mother uh, left them, left us. So it is somehow difficult. Biological mother who can decide to leave her children in that situation. You know the situation. It was a very. It was. I I cannot found a word. Who can I say the situation? It was. It was. I
there's no
cannot. It was
there's no
worse.
dictionary. There's no dictionary. Like there's no word in
Yeah.
the Webster dictionary that can describe the like how can a mother of 9 children, let me put it this way, you can have a child and it's a mistake. Okay, you made a mistake, you slept with a snake, because that's how they call tutsis. But you cannot sleep with a snake for and have 9 children, 9 boys, 9 mistakes, and kill all of them. Like, for me it's unthinkable, because I don't even think there is a dictionary, or there is a word, or there is even social. Mr. or Mr. is off, but even he studies sociology or social science. Like, I mean, Mr. or Mr. Is there any word or any explanation of how a mother can carry 9 children in her womb and then kill them?
No, there is no explanation.
No, not
C'est
just kill them.
difficile.
Okay, walk them to the killers. Like, therapist. I've been to 15 therapists myself. There's no
C'est
therapist
diabolique.
who can explain the atrocity that happened in the genocide. Even genocide perpetrators who agree to tell the truth, they can't explain what was going on in their brain, because you cannot explain a mother. Albert's mother, like, she birthed 9 children, and she took 9 children to be killed. I mean, okay, Mr. Ahmed, go. Because for me, when I was reading his book, let me tell you this. When I got to read his book, because I beg you, if you speak French, get that book. If you don't speak French, see, the English version will be out ASAP, because you need to read it. Even if you're not a Rwandan, you need to learn the power of forgiveness. Because I promise you, if you want to get a definition of true forgiveness, Albert is the one that you need to read. Because this man not only forgave his mom, but he will get there. He lived with his mother for 7 years, okay? From 1994 to 2000, before she was arrested and put in prison. They lived in the same house without talking to each other. Imagine, the person who killed your brothers took you to be killed, and you are living with her because you have nowhere else to go. She's your family, and you are 7, so you are a child, and you are living with the killer. Me, I lived with the killer, one of the killers of my dad for 3 years, but he was not my mother. He was not even a sibling, like direct siblings of my mother. So yes, the pain is there, but imagine what Albert felt. So, Mr. Albert, sorry I cut you off, but I just had to share that part. It's indescribable. You cannot understand it. No scientist. I'm a scientist myself. I cannot understand what was going on in their brain. Carry on. Sorry. Whew.
Okay, thank you. It is just maybe you understand the situation I had. That why, yeah, I like your contribution. Yeah, I just maybe you understand the content, because many people to understand how Albert the situation he had at that moment. Many people they don't realize that, but uh, I did like your comment and your support. This is very important for me, because you understand the reason why. Because actually, as you said, uh, as I said, many people they don't understand the severity of the situation you has passed through.
And the trauma, because you listen.
Yes.
Yeah, I want you to emphasize about the trauma as a 7-year-old person.
Yeah.
Actually, you were
So
a year older than
people,
me. So we are the like I
yeah,
get what you feel, because we were the same age. You see people dead. You are walking, trying to survive for yourself. Then you have 2 other siblings to take care of, 5 years old and 3 years old, that you became now the father to protect them, because now they are part of they became you're no longer thinking as a child. You are now an adult, because you are thinking of protecting those children that are your siblings, but now they became yours, because your mother, who's an adult, who's supposed to protect you, is the one killing you. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry to scream, but it's unbelievable. I'm so like, I just can't get it. Hello,
yes,
Ahmed.
please.
Sorry,
Yes,
I just
please.
got. I was like, I'm like, I just screamed because I don't get it. Like at 7, you had to take care of yourself, take care of your 2 siblings, 5 and 3 years old. You became an adult. Then you went to your mother for safety, and she's the one who walked you to the killers, who were your uncle. They were not people that you did not know. They were people that you thought will protect you. Those are the people that were sharpening the machete to cut you into pieces. Like, carry on. I'm sorry, but he still can. I can
Yes,
understand.
yes, you are right. You are right. So, even me, just to capture those image, sometime it hard to me, even hard to understand and to accept what happened. Sometime when I'm talking about even me, I said maybe am I drumming? Am I dream? Or
That's the
it
worst
is
nightmare. That's the worst nightmare anybody can dream of. I don't even think anybody can have a kind of nightmare of dreaming that your mother killed 8 of your siblings, took you to be killed, and you lived with her for 7 years. Then you even went to the prison to visit her. Ha! Jesus. And you lived with her after she was released from prison. That's called forgiveness on another level. Carry on. So yeah, so then okay, so you go to, sorry, I cut you off, and I just had to pour my heart to this, because when I was reading your book, I was like, God, give me a chance to interview this person, because I just cannot understand what he was thinking and feeling when he was running to his mother, and the mother was the one walking him to the killers. So then you're telling us, so in 1994, so of course your dad was just a normal person. He was not even a politician. My dad was a politician, so I can say they killed my dad because of his political thing. Your father was not a politician. He was just minding his business. Sorry, there's noise around you. Hello? Hello? Mr. Albert? Hello? While he finds his way, because he's gonna come back in Jesus' name, this interview will happen. So I am saying, if you think that, okay, you know what, it was a political event, but okay, I think he has another stream. Hello, Mr. Albert, can you hear us? Hello? Hello? Okay, so while he comes, Mr. Omis, does you have anything to say? Because I'm just like,
Bon,
I just,
le problème des enfants pendant le génocide, donc les enfants ont souffert beaucoup parce que quand j'ai fini mes études en sciences sociales, j'ai fait comme je disais, une recherche sur la situation des enfants et des femmes au Rwanda. Mais les conséquences aux enfants étaient terribles parce qu'il y avait des enfants chefs de famille, je vous dis. Et comme il disait, à 7 ans, on trouvait un enfant chef de famille. C'est incroyable, incroyable. Il y avait
so
des
Mr.
enfants
Omis,
traumatisés.
Mr. Omistas is saying that after the genocide, he did a study, he did a social study after the genocide of actually in families, because in Africa we do have like the head of the family, the head of the household. That's how I think that's how it's called. I think. So after the genocide, because they had killed the men and they had killed the adults. After the genocide, you will see the head of a household, a whole family. It's a young boy. It's just a little boy who has now become the head of the household. And it's exactly like Albert. At 7, he became a father because his father was killed. Then he found out his father and his brother is killed. He's running to his grandfather from his father's side. And the grandfather is like, leave the goat. Right now,
Yeah.
the goats is not the problem. Run for your life. So now he realized, oh my God, I need to protect my younger brothers. I need to make sure they are safe. So he runs to his grandmother's house, his mother's mother, who was Hutu. He gets there thinking he's finding safety and a place of a refuge. He gets there to his grandmother's house. Now, my grandmother, my mother's mother, to me, she's the pillar of the person that I am. When I think of the person who instilled the safe, that like all the values that you can think that I can think that I have today, my grandmother on my mother's mother gave me those. So for me, when I was reading his story, I could not understand because for me, my grandmother was and still is the safest person and the person I trust the most in this whole world. Even though she died when I was 11, but the thing that she told me 11 years ago, 22 years ago, are still instilled in me. So when I was reading his book, that he went to his mother's mother, his grandmother, okay, to get to be safe, and that in that house where he thought he would find safety, that's the house where it was a trap because they all ran, all the eight children, because the oldest was killed with the father. All the other eight children ran, or actually not eight, seven, because two were killed outside of that house. So all the seven children ran to their grandfather's house to find refuge. And that's the place six of the seven were killed. And actually it was gonna be 7 out of 7, but the killer of the seven actually was killed. So we were telling Albert that he needs to write his second book, The Hunter Hunted. Le tueur tué. Because his first book is My Mother Killed Me. Now he needs to have the second book needs to be the hunter hunted, because the person who killed the seven his siblings was supposed to kill him, and then the day he was supposed to kill him, he was found dead. So the killer was killed. So he needs to write that book, The Killer, The Hunted. So yeah, so the hunter hunted. So Monsieur Ormistas, oh, he's
Oui.
back. Thank you, Jesus. Albert, can you hear us? You are on mute now. Mr. Albert, can you hear us? Hello? Okay, so while his connection comes back, mushobora kutubwira amatekerezo yanyu.
Oui, oui. Bon, au sujet de l'histoire Albert et de sa famille, c'est vraiment incompréhensible parce que jamais, une maman vraiment qui tue ses enfants, je ne comprends pas. À part qu'elle était devenue folle, je ne sais pas.
Like she lost her head.
Sinon, c'est incompréhensible. Mais on trouve partout au Rwanda des histoires comparables. Le génocide, c'était... le génocide est horrible, est incompréhensible. Il n'y a pas... On ne peut pas, disons, trouver les mots pour parler du génocide. C'est incompréhensible. Parce que partout au Rwanda, comme nous avons dit même avant, on mangeait même la viande des Tutsis. Vous vous imaginez? Donc c'était terrible. On mangeait les
Sorry,
cœurs,
let me translate before I forget. So, Mr. Omistas is saying that the story of Albert is unthinkable. Like, it's beyond word. Like Jacqueline, hi Jacqueline. Jacqueline say it's beyond understanding. Absolutely. It's really beyond understanding. Because how can you actually can you take your 9 children to the killers? Like, I'm sorry, I have not yet given birth, but I do have children that I consider as my children. I pray for them. I love them as like I'm their mother. I cannot even imagine in my wildest, scariest situation to hand my children to my brothers. I don't have biological brothers, but let me fantasize. To my brothers, because I believe that I had made 9 mistakes. One mistake 9 times? That is not mistakes. I'm sorry. So Mr. Omistas is saying it's his story is beyond, like, you really cannot put it into word. Like, you can't find you can't really find the explanation. You can try. I promise you, please, when the book comes out in English, read it. Me, I read it. I'm a thinker. I like to think deep. That's why Mr. Omisa thinks I'm a philosopher. I think deep. Even in my thinking deep, I cannot understand. I try to put myself in that woman's shoes. I can't. I can't.
Non, et puis, on
It's
disait que les journalistes disaient que le génocide était l'enfer. Bon, ils essayaient de comparer l'enfer comme on parle, mais c'était l'enfer. Hein?
So Mr.
Sinon,
Mr. say that the journalists, the people that were reporting the genocide against the Tutsis of 1994, they compared it as hell, because it is really hell. Because how do you explain that? Like, it just,
non, non.
Mr. Albert, are you here?
C'est mieux.
You are on mute. You are on mute, Mr. Albert. Can you unmute your mic?
Oh,
Hello, Monsieur Albert. Oh gosh.
oh.
Anyway, but he's also in a village. Like, he's like really in a very, he went to work in a very, like, very
Oh,
far village. Yeah,
yeah.
he's in the border. Like, he's very far
I
from
understand.
town. So that's why, yeah. So
Yeah.
that's why. But anyway, I am telling you, even if we will have to find the time when he's in Kigali, back in the city, to have a proper interview, I want people to know that story. Like, I want people to know. Oh, there he is. Yeah, he changed his. Hello, Albert. He's also a fighter.
Always,
He's not gonna give up until he gets to share
always
his story.
mute.
There we go,
Always.
Albert.
Ouais.
Uratwumva?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can
The
hear you.
network is really bad. My network was cut off, but now I can hear you.
Okay, so carry on.
But sometimes
Carry on. I want to make sure that everybody hears. I'm not gonna stop you anymore, because I need this network. I need to make sure that while you have your network, you can share your whole story. So now, can you take us from the time? So let's jump the details of from the time that you find out that your dad was killed and your brother, one of your brothers. Can you take us now to when you got to your grandmother's house? What happened when you got to your grandmother's house with your 2 brothers and you found 4 of your other brothers? What happened? Hello? Hello? Albert? Albert? Now it's even like completely like Anyway,
Oh.
it's fine. He will come back. He's a fighter. He will come back. But okay, so Mr. or Miss Das, like on your in your book, Sortir indemne de l'enfer du génocide.
Oui.
Now, for me, that book, if I have to compare, because they're not even comparable, because heritage from father is your, but I would say it's like your legacy, like it's like
Yeah.
what your father taught you, how actually the value that your father gave you um, before you went to Rome, because during the genocide you were actually in Rome studying to become a Catholic
Yeah.
priest, and
Yes.
then you get there, you finish. Your father is like, "Don't come back. The situation is not good." By the way, his full story is on my YouTube channel, and you can find it on my YouTube channel. Monsieur Albert is back. Albert, okay. While he figured it out, so so the first
Hello?
hi. Okay, it's working. Can you hear
Yeah.
us?
Hello?
Yes, Albert.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear
Turakumva.
you. Turakumva.
Mana
Hello.
yanjye.
Ibaze
Oh là là.
twavuze isaha yose connection yari
None.
nziza, eh? And then we
Et
go
voilà.
live and the connection is not working. We spoke for a whole hour. His connection was great. Now we go live and his connection is not working. Like it's just it's
Et
unbelievable.
puis, l'incompréhensible, quand il est arrivé chez sa grand-mère, il y avait sa tante, ses cousines, personne n'avait pitié de lui. Et puis, il avait faim, il n'avait pas mangé, tout ça. Personne n'avait pitié de lui. Alors, je ne comprends pas.
Guys, don't think that this is the thing. When you are healed, you see these killers, the people that perpetrated the genocide. They thought that they would destroy all of us. So once you heal, when you think about what they did, like it is, to be honest, like, because it doesn't make sense. It's actually funny. So Mr. or Mr. is actually sharing the comment of what he did not understand. The part where Albert needs to come and share that part with us. So Albert shared with us before we went live. So he gets to his grandmother's house. Okay, he finds his aunt, his mother, his cousins. Okay, who are all Hutus. Then he gets there and he meets his four brothers, and then he had come with his two brothers, his two younger brothers. They were hungry. They were starving. They were hungry and starving. And they did not give them food or any water. They actually separated them. They put them aside. Like they were literally not human beings. Because they were keeping them to prepare, to make sure the killers are ready for them. He's back. Albert? Albert? Hello? Hello? Mr. Albert? Okay, so anyway, so he gets to his grandmother, and then the cousins are indifferent. They don't care about their starvation. Their aunts don't. The mother. Imagine watching your mother eating. You are starving. Imagine you are thirsty. Your mother is in the room. She's watching you starving, thirsty, hungry, tired, exhausted, but they are setting you aside to prepare you to be killed. Tell me if that won't bring a rage, like a passion. When you hear somebody say that there was no genocide, I heard somebody sent me a message to tell me that I need to shut up because I don't know the history of Rwanda, that I'm being brainwashed. If I know this person is watching me, let me tell you this. I'm going to go actually because I want to talk to that person. I want you to put yourself in my shoes. Okay, I'm not even going to talk about Albert. If you lost 98% of your family, the only body that you have is your grandfather because they cut him to pieces and they got the open a hole right next to his house and they threw his remaining there. If the only body you have is your grandfather that was cut to pieces by people he was teaching in catechism, he was a Catholic teacher, catechist for those who speak French. If your own father who raised you for 5 years, you hear him scream for his life, scream, your hero, scream, cut to pieces, you go to jail to talk to the person, to forgive the person who is refusing to tell me where he put my father. For 27 years, we've been fighting to find my father's body. Wouldn't it make you rage? I'm not here to talk about politics, please. I live the genocide. I am a proof that the genocide happened. So if you want to say that there was a double or triple or quadruple genocide, let me tell you this. I was 5 years old. I was under the bed. I didn't even know that I was a Tutsi. I just knew that my dad told me to stay under that bed and wait for him. I waited watching my father, my hero, being cut to pieces by people he trusted. He left his house to go to Isave, to go and hide, thinking that where he was hiding was the place he would be the safest. And those are the people that killed my father. The people he thought that because he married in the family, they will protect him. Those are the people that killed my father. So whatever you think of, whatever you can insult me and say that I am brainwashed, when you watch your father, when you watch your hero being cut to pieces, it makes you wonder. And when you hear people say there was no genocide, just because they want to be politically right or they want to hide their mistakes. I want to answer that person who sent me that insulting message on Messenger. I would not bother respond to you. You don't scare me. You can call me anything. Let me tell you, I lived with killers for 22 years. I'm not scared of you. All I can tell you is the Father and the God that I serve, He will fight for me. I'm not here to fight with any agenda other than sharing the truth and being honest and truthful. I'm not here to talk about something that I didn't live. I was 5. I didn't even know what Liberal Party was or PL was. I didn't know my dad was a chairman of a political party. My dad was my dad. I just knew him as my hero and my dad. And they took him away from me. Nothing can replace it. I don't even know where he is. I don't know where my dad is. I don't know where they threw his body. Every time when there is a mass grave in the south of Rwanda, I pray that my dad's body will be there. Can you imagine how traumatic that can be? It's been 27 years. I cannot heal because my dad is somewhere in a forest or under somebody's house and I don't know where he is. So please, keep your insults. You can insult me. It doesn't move me. You can call me names. It doesn't move me. You can call took my hero. They took 98. I have no grandfather. I have nothing to go to. My children will never know their grandparents. Mr. Omisdas, I don't know if you have anything to say. Miss.
Euh, Vous avez parlé de l'héritage de mon père. Mon livre est Heritage from Father. Je voudrais parler de mon héritage, mais aussi de l'autre héritage de la haine qui a commencé en 1959 dans les 10 commandements de Hutu. Parce que on disait que les Tutsis étaient très mauvais, vous vous rappelez que ce sont des serpents. Alors c'était l'héritage, c'était vraiment une transmission hein, depuis 1959. Alors on considérait les Tutsis comme des diables, des serpents, voilà, même une maman qui a mis au monde un enfant en disant que son père était Tutsi, alors il le considérait comme un serpent. Voilà, voilà. Je pense que c'est ça, ça peut être une partie de signification, hein, de compréhension, essayer de comprendre, parce que cette transmission de la haine depuis 1959 a continué, même jusqu'à aujourd'hui. Il y a ceux qui ont cette idéologie génocidaire. Alors, la maman d'Arbez se considérait comme un tout et ses enfants comme des Tutsis. Des Tutsis étaient des serpents, des diables. Alors, voilà, c'est ça. C'était un héritage, un mauvais héritage. C'était vraiment horrible. C'est pour cela qu'il faut essayer de parler d'autres choses, de transmettre un bon héritage.
I'm sorry, I cannot translate it. So we will translate Mr. Omis. That's when the interview will be subtitled in English. I'm sorry. I don't have the energy to translate, but you will know that what he said in English when the English version will be out. Mr. Albert, are you on? Mr. Albert, you are on mute. Hello, Mr. Albert, you're on mute. Hello, Albert. Okay, his network is really not the best, but he's not in a city, so it's okay. Yeah, I I just want you to know that we are coming back. We are coming back. We are going to fight. We are fighters. The reason why we didn't die is because we don't give up. We never give up. So we are going to have a part three of Albert. We are going to make sure he leaves that village and find himself into a town so we can have a network because he needs to share his stories. And but before we go, because I I'm not okay right now, so I need uh, to pull myself together. But I just want to say one thing. Oh, he's back. Albert, I can't add you. Can you add your audio, please? And if you can't, it's fine. We will come back tomorrow. But you need to make sure you have good network. You need to leave that village and go to the nearest town. Albert, Albert, if it's not working because we've been on for an hour and I know your story is very deep and I want to make sure that people have the whole story. So I don't want people to spend 3 hours waiting. So we will do it tomorrow. But Albert, please leave that village, find a town close by for this interview. Even if we have to do it earlier than 7, uh, we will have to do it. So for tomorrow we might actually come, because right now it's late. Right now it's 8 o'clock in Rwanda. So even if we have to do it in the morning, so that he makes sure that he has good network and he's somewhere that has good network, because we need to have his interview done. So Albert, it's okay. Tomorrow uzashaka ahantu hari interineti nziza, kubera twavuze isaha yose ufite internet, noneho internet yagiye. So I just don't get it. So tushobora no kubikora mbere ya nijoro, ushaka ahantu hafite internet noneho ubikore, because we spoke for a whole hour and there was internet, and now the internet is not working. So tomorrow, I don't know what time we're gonna do, but it's gonna be earlier than this, because we need to make sure that even if we will record it and then I'll broadcast it, it will be pre-recorded and then it will be broadcasted at the time. We will make sure that it's recorded, because I want it to be on this channel so that everybody has it. But before I go, because I'm not okay, I need to get myself together. Monsieur or Misters, do you have any parting word? Albert, I know you are here. Tomorrow, ejo ushaka ahantu heza, uve muri icyo muri aho hantu, ujye muri yindi town ahantu hafite internet. Mu gitondo tuzakora interview yawe, and then tuzayishira kuri channel at that time, at the same time tomorrow. So we will record your interview and it will be broadcasted live tomorrow at this time. Uranyumva?
C'est mute.
See, he's gone. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so Monsieur Armistice, votre mot de fin?
Oui. C'est difficile de trouver le mot après avoir entendu l'histoire d'Albert, parce que moi, ce n'est pas la première fois j'ai entendu l'histoire d'Albert, mais c'est très, très poignante. C'est une histoire poignante, mais pour moi, je vois vraiment cette haine, je le répète, hein, la haine qui a commencé en 1950. Voilà le résultat de cette haine en 1994. Moi, je n'étais pas au Rwanda, mais on parlait de l'enfer. Hein. On disait c'est l'enfer. Au Rwanda, c'était l'enfer. Et partout dans tous les coins du Rwanda, on tuait les Tutsis. On voyait, quand j'étais en Europe, on voyait partout des cadavres. Dans les rivières, sur la route, partout, c'était dans les églises. On voyait des stères, des tons, des cadavres, des Tutsis partout. Et puis, c'était même en direct. On faisait pendant la journée, et on voyait les gens qui coupaient les Tutsis. Donc, je ne comprends pas. Je parlais de la haine, de la transmission de la haine, mais c'est difficile. Vraiment, c'est très, très difficile.
Sorry, I was on mute. Like I said, I don't have the energy to translate. So for my English speakers, be patient. You will learn the whole thing that he said translated, because as I said, I am a mess. I need to pull myself together, so I cannot talk. But
yeah.
Tomorrow we'll be back. We will record the interview, and then it will be broadcasted at that time. Either way, you will have the third part of his interview live tomorrow at the same time. but it will be live on YouTube, but it might not be directly live. So if you post any comments, I will make sure that we go also live and then see it, but we will not be able to display it on the screen because it's not gonna be live. It will be rebroadcasting, or we will do it live. Either way, we will figure it out. I'm gonna see what we're gonna do. As I said, I am not okay, so give me some time to pull myself together. And by the end of today, you will find you on my social media. You will have the time for the tomorrow's interview. He will make sure that he's out of that village. Albert, umbabarire ushaka ahantu hafite interineti tufate interview ejo mu gitondo cyangwa muri après midi ukora ukuntu ushoboye, ukeneye gutanga iyo interview. Ukuri kwawe gukenewe kumenyekana. It's important, and like, we are not sharing our story to bring fear, but we are sharing our story because the Bible says you shall know the truth and the truth shall set you free. Whether you want it or not, that is our truth, and we will not keep quiet. I have promised my grandmother that I will carry the truth, and until the day I die, I will carry that truth. So thank you for coming, and God bless you.
Thank you.